Hello there. Thanks for joining us on Leadership TV. I am Cynthia Onwadu, and this is the program Inside Nigeria, where we dissect major headlines from select newspapers here in Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. But of course, we begin this morning with Leadership newspaper. A lot is happening in Nigeria. There's a lot to talk about. But of course, let's begin with the major headline that says Wike speaks as factions throw People's Democratic Party into disarray. Governors responsible for parties or deals, says Minister. Wike's camp takes over party headquarters. Makinde's group wants trustees to take charge. All right, this headline is looking at the, inner rambling going on now within the PDP, looking ahead towards 2027, and it seems they can't get their acts together. Moving on now, the All Progressives Congress sweeps council chair seats in Niger. All right, looking at the major headline here, still on Leadership newspaper, it says after being declared wanted, Sowore says he plans to meet Lagos police chief soon. All right, steer clear of Anambra poll, police warns militant and others. Defection. We are proud of you, Tinubu tells Bayelsa governor. All right, certified true copy of judgment stopping PDP Badon convention. We'll take a look at that from page 21 to 43. And above the masthead here, still on Leadership newspaper, we look at doctors' strike have been sent back. I can't afford private hospital patient laments. All right, looking at the strike from resident doctors here in Nigeria. And also, this headline says, supports Nigeria's democracy, don't invade us, African Democratic Congress tells Trump. All right, looking at business, Lagos Chamber of Commerce backs 15% petrol import tax. And on trending on our page too, also it looks at Otedola Hills Tinubu's 15% petrol diesel import tariff policy. All right, let's take a look at our editorial, which is called Our Stand. Of course, Leadership newspaper writes on the task before service chiefs. It looks at the recent appointment of service chiefs for the Nigerian Armed Forces, and also the fact that it signals a new drive towards addressing the country's security challenges. So the service chiefs have a lot of work to do, and we are quite hopeful that they stand up to the responsibility. All right, finally, on the back page of Leadership, we take a look at Northern Nigeria's fiscal reawakening. That's a Tuesday column with Abdurrauf Aliyu. All right, down below, we also have our Ghana Must Go cartoon. It says, Osun governor urges peaceful engagement between Nigeria and US. That's in the news. And the reply down below says, dance lessons, maybe. All right, moving on now. That's all we have on Leadership newspaper. Please pick up a copy and get to, get the latest updates on these trending stories. Let's move on now to The Punch. The Punch here, the major headline looks at the CPC blacklist. Okay, 12 Nigerian governors, other officials may face U.S. sanctions. Government officials, judges risk asset freeze in the new U.S. law. Tinubu, U.S. VP, may meet amid tensions. All right, let's just look at this trending story. Although there was a rebuttal yesterday from the presidency on whether President Tinubu would meet with the U.S. Vice President, that statement says that if President Tinubu would go to the White House, it would not be to meet with the Vice President J.D. Vance, but to meet with the President Donald Trump. All right, this is a developing story, and let us see the updates on that. But of course, we'll bring you the updates here on Leadership TV. We are still looking at the major headlines from The Punch. It says, cool controversy, Silva's brother driver still in custody. That's on page 7 of The Punch. Also, it says student loan applicants hit 1 million nail fund. All right, let's move on now. Let's take a look at more trending stories on our national dailies. Vanguard talks about Trump outrage over plan to attack Nigeria. Also, 2027 battle for PDP so deepens as factions dig in. A gas policy under threat as flarings worsens. All right. Also on Blueprint newspaper here, it says Tinubu ahead of unfolding orchestrated game by America, says the presidency. To meet Trump soon on genocide claim, will defend our country against external aggression, says Fani Kayode. Don't be divided by foreign lies, Sharia Council CSOs warn Nigeria. All right, that's all we can take on the newspaper reviews today on Inside Nigeria. To comment on any of these trending stories, do well to leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I am Cynthia Onadu.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.